Hello friends, this video on combustion and flame part 13 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So based on whatever we have studied so far, we know that fuels release energy. And how do they release energy? By the process of combustion. Now again, we also saw that using different fuels involve different advantages and disadvantages. So we have also learned about the characteristics of good fuel and which fuel should be preferred over others. Now, when we spoke about the fossil fuels, the most commonly used fuels, that is coal, petroleum and natural gas. Now, it is also important to know that these fuels can be harmful too. So it is not only the advantages which are associated with these fuels, but they can be dangerous as well. So let us look at the disadvantages which are associated with the use of fossil fuels. Now, some of the disadvantages, the first one is that it causes severe air pollution. Because when you think of fossil fuels, what are they? So the three common fossil fuels are coal, petroleum, and natural gas, right? So when you burn any of these, you burn coal, a lot of smoke is produced, a lot of poisonous gases are produced, carbon monoxide is released, carbon dioxide is released, and all these create air pollution, and air pollution has serious health effects on all living organisms. So air pollution is one disadvantage associated with fossil fuels, and it is a major disadvantage. Second is it can cause acid rain. Now, these kind of oxides which are released as a result of combustion of these fossil fuels, like oxides of carbon, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, sulfur dioxides. Now, all these oxides are acidic in nature. So if you remember again the lesson on metals and non-metals, where I told you that oxides of non-metals, so here these are all non-metals, carbon, nitrogen, sulfur. So their oxides are all acidic in nature, right? So these acidic oxides, so where do they go? They remain in the atmosphere, and when it rains, they mix with the water droplets and the rain becomes acid rain, because the rain also becomes acidic in nature. And this acid rain again has a lot of adverse effects on monuments. They cause blackening of the marbles. They also have serious health, they also cause serious health issues in living organisms. They also adversely affect the growth and productivity of plants. So acid rain is also something which is not at all desirable. It also causes greenhouse effect. What is greenhouse effect? Greenhouse effect is that phenomenon in which the greenhouse gases, and what are the greenhouse gases? Carbon dioxide and methane. So these gases, what do? They tend to absorb more and more infrared rays, and as a result, the overall temperature of the earth increases. So greenhouse effect actually results in global warming. Now, how fossil fuels contribute to greenhouse effect? Because burning fossil fuels release these gases. So it increases the content of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Therefore, greenhouse effect increases, which in turn results in global warming. So overall, if you see, using fossil fuels definitely gives us a lot of energy which can be used for various domestic and industrial purpose. But at the same time, they have severe effects or severe disadvantages associated with the environment. And if we are getting benefit by harming our environment, then there is no point, because when the environment gets polluted, it is end of the day, it is we who are going to suffer. So we should always use these fossil fuels very judiciously. We should use them only to that extent which is extremely necessary. So coal and petroleum should be used judiciously so that they are left for our future generation, and also because if we use them in excess right now, so the environmental effects will be so much that their advantages will fade away in front of their disadvantages. So some of the ways by which we can make judicial use of energy is prefer stairs over lift, because stairs would cost electricity, and electricity is generated from, for electricity we use thermal power plants, and they are dependent on energy from coal. So basically, if you are wasting electricity, you are actually wasting fossil fuels. Prefer tube lights over bulbs, again to save electricity. Prefer cycling over bus, because bus would run on diesel, or any other vehicle would run on petrol or diesel. So if you do not use them and use cycle, so you are actually saving that fuel. Prefer bus over car, because a bus can carry some 50 people and a car may carry just 1 or 2 people. So that is using a bus is more advantageous. So some simple things which you can do in your day-to-day life to save energy, which in turn will help us to reduce the usage of fossil fuels, which in turn will keep our environment neat and clean and safe for us. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.